Well, good afternoon, YouTube. So, Wednesday, I have an appointment with some fine folks over at the Job Rehabilitation Center. And they're job coaches, man. And what they do is they're going to help me find a job that I'll succeed in. And Wednesday, I'm also getting my second to last paycheck. I went into Wendy's today to turn in my uniform, and one of my managers let me have a free cup of pop, so thank you for that, much appreciated, you know. And well, when I turned in my uniform, they said, and I quote, that I get to keep this this Wendy's sweatshirt, so that's cool. I'll definitely keep that for when the weather gets colder. Anyway, the same buttfucker that made the video entitled KingCobraJFS Exposed. Well, he made another video, and I've since blocked him from my channel, but I'm going to watch his entire stupid video and then give you my 2 cents on it. And I really don't want to give this fucker any more attention than he deserves. But, what up, man?
What are you doing?
Sitting at home. What are you doing?
Not much. You want to come kick it?
Yeah, I will here in a bit, man.
$10.
Alright, man. I'll be there shortly.
Alright.
Alright, laters. Hold on a second. Okay. So here's his video. It's about 7 minutes long. I'm about to go hang out with some friends, so I gotta make this quick. Let's see. Okay. Here's his stupid ass video he made about me. And disclaimer for the video he made. Disclaimer, this video is in response to me and my family being harassed over a video I posted calling out another YouTuber for lying. This video should not be taken out of context. In no way is it meant to harass anyone. It is my personal opinion of the events of the last few days. Okay. I'm going to play this 7 minute and 40-second video and then give you my 2 cents on it and leave you with that. I gotta take a shit, so I want to take a shit while this
What's
video
up, guys?
plays.
Welcome to a brand new video. If you
I gotta take a mad shit, YouTube, so while this video's playing, I'm going to take a shit.
guys have been following my channel for the last couple of days, you guys have seen that a lot, and I mean a lot of fucking haters have came over to my channel, been talking a ton of shit and all this different, I mean, just stupid shit. I just want to go ahead and clear the fucking air and just let you guys know that whenever he lost his job, before he even lost his job, I released this video. So this video, I don't even talk about how he's going to lose his job or he had lost his job. I uploaded this video before I even knew that he lost his job. And it was not my intention to have him lose his job. It was my intention to bring it to Wendy's attention that they have an employee that's doing this stupid shit. And, you know, hopes were that they would tell him to cut this shit out or something like that. My intention wasn't to get him fired. Did I contribute to it? Yes, I absolutely did contribute to it. And I'm not the only one. There were multiple people that sent emails and called Wendy's reporting the stupid, gross shit he was doing on his channel, as well as talking about customers and all this different shit. In one of KingCobraJFS video, he was talking about how people even went as far to call his workplace and act like his girlfriend and make fun of him and shit like that. I don't know anything about that. I personally didn't have anything to do with that. That is a totally different fucking subject altogether, but I didn't have anything to do with that. But if you guys are going to ask my personal opinion, I would have to say that KingCobraJFS, man, it's your fucking fault that you got fired. Okay, did I help the situation? No, but it is not my whole responsibility that you got fired. If you were smarter with your YouTube channel, then you wouldn't have ever posted that stupid shit on there about you talking about employees and you talking about customers and you doing gross shit on your channel. And man, to be honest, you need to step up to the plate and you need to be a man and you need to make a video. And you need to say, yeah, these haters definitely hurt me and fucking, you know, contributed to me losing my job. But at the end of the day, it was my responsibility. I shouldn't have posted the shit that I posted up on the internet. Period. I know you didn't specifically give out any names or anything like that whenever you told these stories. But the point is that you still told these stories. And everybody knew that they were about Wendy's. And you did deserve to get fired. Man, look at it like this, dude. If the coworker that you were talking about or the customer that you were talking about in your video seen that, that's fucked up, man. I know a lot of you guys are even talking about how he didn't actually even cook or work in the kitchen. You're saying that all he did was clean and take out trash and shit. But at the same point, he still had access to food. He still worked at a restaurant. And to be perfectly honest, after watching his videos and seeing how he cleans his house and cleans his pans and everything like that, I'll just be honest with you, he had no business in any job cleaning anything. I also noticed how a lot of you guys were mentioning how what he does in the privacy of his home should not be anybody else's business. Well, you are absolutely correct. What I do in the privacy of my home and what he does in the privacy of his home should be nobody's concern. But whenever you are filming it and putting it on YouTube, it's no longer the privacy of your home. It's out for all of the public in the world to see. For the last couple of days, I myself and my family members and everybody have been completely fucking harassed. I've received death threats. People have been posting on the dark web about me, trying to get people to hack me, kill me, whatever. I've had people threaten to swat me, call the police. My brother and my mother and my fucking sister-in-law have all been harassed and threatened. And at the end of the day, this all falls on to you, King Cobra. Okay, man? You and all your followers are attacking me because I made a exposed video. I made a exposed video that I did not lie in the least bit in this video. And because you guys don't like it, you're personally attacking me. And if you guys were just going after me and just specifically attacking me, then you know what? I mean, I can take that shit. That doesn't bother me. But just the fact that you guys are now going after me and my family members is just completely screwed up. You guys have figured out where I live, what my phone number is, a ton of my personal information, and you guys are currently trying to find out where I currently work. You figured out that I used to work at CVS Pharmacy, and you're going as far as to call my previous workplace and tell them that I stole pills out of the pharmacy and am selling them out on the street. I mean, okay, like, what the fuck? Here's the thing. King Cobra got fired. King Cobra deserved to get fired. Okay? I don't deserve to get fired. I haven't done anything wrong at my workplace. I keep my work and my YouTube completely separate. And there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is because I don't want to get fired. And a lot of you guys are harassing me and telling me, oh, you got an autistic kid fired. Well, first off, does anybody actually 110% know that this guy is even autistic? Now, I'm not going to go out and say that he's not, because I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor. I haven't ever fucking diagnosed anybody. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that KingCobraJFS is a liar, and he continues to lie. And I'm not 110% convinced that he didn't make up the lie that he's autistic so people will leave him alone and stop making fun of him. If you ask me personally, I think KingCobraJFF's biggest problem is drug and alcohol abuse. King Cobra, man, you should be fucking ashamed that you are going after and attacking me personally attacking me for me, what? Releasing out true information that you shouldn't have put out there? Getting you fired from your job, which you deserve to get fired from? And because you guys have been maliciously fucking attacking me to the extent that you have been, I've had to go as far as to contact the Federal Bureau of Investigation and fucking file a report with them because I'm receiving so many death threats and so many threats of swatting, and you guys are leaking out my personal information. I've seen on my channel multiple times that he's actually currently looking for a girlfriend and is very depressed that he doesn't have one. And so I'm kind of curious, all the women that have been commenting on my latest video and just bitching about how I'm an awful monster of a person, well, why don't you guys hit up KingCobraJFS and try to hook up with him? Why don't you guys try to find him a girlfriend? Maybe you have a husband, maybe you have a boyfriend, you have a sister, you have a cousin, maybe one of your girlfriends. I mean, who knows? Why don't you guys try to help him out? Why? I don't know. Maybe you should comment down below and let me know. Let everybody else know. And if KingCobraJFS even has autism, that does not give him the right to get a fucking get out of jail free card. Okay? If he has autism and if he fucks up at his job, he deserves to get fired. That's like saying that an autistic kid that commits murder shouldn't have to go to prison. No, he should. If an autistic person fucking did something wrong, he should have to feel for the fucking consequences. Just because he's autistic does not mean that he's mentally retarded. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is probably going to be the very last video that I put out about this topic unless something really big happens with it. I have to release another video about it. I'm going to pretty much just be returning to my main content. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out, guys. By the way, King Cobra, you should be fucking ashamed.
Okay, couple things. First of all, I was self-diagnosed by a doctor at the age of 13. When they first discovered Asperger's and what it was. Second of all, I get tired of this mentality that certain people have, that they seem to think that people like me think that freaking just because I have a disorder that I should be able to get away with anything I want to. No, I don't have that attitude, okay? I acknowledge that when I make a mistake and it costs me certain things in my life that, like the rest of us, I'm expected to own up to my mistakes. But here's the thing, there are some things that I cannot physically control with my Asperger's. That is the unfortunate reality of it. And second thing, you should be ashamed of yourself, dude. You and a bunch of people got an autistic man to lose his fucking job, okay? Now, admittedly, yes. You know, I kind of realize this now. I didn't talk about customers. Okay, I talked about one customer. That was it. And the only reason I talked about it was because I was appalled by the way she treated me when I did nothing more than try to give her and her grandchildren a clean place to eat. And then in this video, several times, he said, oh, you deserve to lose your job. Okay, first of all, 4 years of working at Wendy's. This includes winter time, okay? As most of you know, I don't have a car, I don't have a driver's license. I pretty much have my bike and my feet, and the bus, the city bus, you know. But when I was working at Wendy's, okay, when I was working at Wendy's, and if I couldn't ride my bike to work, if I couldn't get a ride to work, I walked, okay? And some of you have seen the video where I ride my bike to work, and, you know, if it takes me 40 minutes to get to work, riding my bike, when the weather is perfect out, you know what I'm saying? You can only imagine how long it would take me to get to work, walking there in the piss-ass cold, 44 below with 34 wind chill, fucking snow hitting me in the face. And I didn't care because I only had one thing in mind when I'm walking to work in that shitty ass weather, and that's, I gotta get to work on time. Damn the weather, I'm gonna get to work on time. And I didn't care if I had frostbite or not. I was getting to work on time, and that was the end of that. And another thing, okay, you don't see everything I do in my life on YouTube, so you don't see how I clean my apartment, for one thing. My apartment's very clean, actually. Considering that I'm a bachelor, my apartment's very clean. And when my managers said, hey, this is how we want you to clean this thing, I would do it. No ifs, ands, or buts, you know what I'm saying? In fact, I've had customers, okay, personally come up to me when I'm at work, when I was working at Wendy's, okay? I had customers come up to me when I was working at Wendy's and personally thank me for doing a good job. Okay, when you've had customers compliment you and tip you for the excellent service that you provide for a company, and then when you have somebody like me who doesn't give a shit what the weather's like, if I ain't got a ride to work, I'm going to get there one way or another. That doesn't sound like somebody who wants to be fired, okay? And then you want to call me a liar and a horrible person, and you want to sit there and say that I should be ashamed of myself. Dude, who the fuck are you? Okay, you have a video on your channel of you and your friends going into either a library or a bookstore or some shit, okay, and you and your friends are looking at pornography in front of children. And you want to sit there and say that I should be ashamed of myself? Dude, who the fuck are you? Okay? And I don't need your fucking sympathy. Okay? I don't need your fucking help getting a girlfriend. And that's just the thing of it. You try to justify your shitty actions. Okay? You try to justify your shitty actions by showing sympathy for me because I can't get a girlfriend. Go fuck yourself, dude. Okay? And this is funny because you harassed me first, okay? You got me fired from my job, okay? Now, yes, I will admit that some of my actions on my YouTube channel were not the best intention, even if I, like, not intention, but best decision, even if I didn't name names. You also say, what if one of your coworkers that you were talking about, or what if the customer you were talking about saw those videos? That's a fair point, but the thing of it is that if that customer would have seen that video where I talked about her, I wouldn't care because it's a wake-up call. Okay, there's no reason to treat people like shit, especially when they've done nothing but try to give you a clean place to eat. But when I say I wouldn't give a shit, that's to a degree, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of goes for some of my coworkers too. Like, I'll admit, you know, sometimes some of my coworkers have pissed me off, but I never let it get to me because at the end of the fucking day, I'm like, you know what, tomorrow's a new day, you know? But I still liked working with my coworkers, you know what I'm saying, YouTube? I liked helping the customers that would come in the 4 years that I've worked at Wendy's. I liked helping customers. I liked working with my coworkers. You know, I generally liked my job, you know. And yeah, there was times where I had to put up with a lot of shit at my job. But at the end of the fucking day, I didn't let it affect me, you know. And now I've learned that, you know, keeping your work and your YouTube separate is most definitely a good idea. But here's the thing, man. If you don't like getting harassed, you brought that upon yourself, okay? You brought that upon yourself, dude. People giving you death threats, harassing your family, threatening to get your YouTube hacked. You brought that upon yourself, dude, okay? When you fuck with me, you're also fucking with a lot of people out there who genuinely care about me. And that's just the thing of it, man. Is I have a lot of people out there on social media and outside of social media that genuinely care about me. And, you know, you didn't piss me off. I'm not gonna make a video about what you said. You told me that I need to make a video about this, and this. Fuck that, dude. I don't have to do shit you tell me, okay? Because these trolls didn't get to me. Not in the slightest, you know? I mean, they can try to knock me down, but guess what? I always get back up, okay? That kind of determination is admirable in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, and like I said, you brought that upon yourself, dude. You really did, okay? Now, I noticed that your channel's primarily a gaming channel, and here's the thing, Skippy Jim, okay? If you would have just stuck to doing your YouTube videos and whatever the fuck you do on your YouTube channel, which I also noticed that you have a video on how to clean your vagina, when it's pretty obvious you're not a chick. So what gives you the right to tell people as a male how to clean their vagina? You don't have that right, because you don't have a vagina. I mean, you're a huge pussy, but that's beside the point. Yeah, you know, I get my second to last paycheck on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. And then 2 weeks from that, I'll get one more paycheck, and that's it. And then Wednesday morning, I'm actually going to some job counseling to, you know, help me look for a job that I'll succeed better in, you know. So while it does kind of suck that I lost my job at Wendy's, at the same time, I'm looking at this as an opportunity to get better and grow as a person. And another thing, you think, okay, this person basically thinks that I struggle with drug and alcohol abuse. I don't struggle with it, man. You know, I have the things that I enjoyed in life. You know, I like to get drunk, you know. I like to get stoned from time to time, I'm not going to lie. But the thing of it is I don't let those things dictate or control my life, you know. And the only reason I smoke pot is because I have Asperger's syndrome. I also have cataracts. And when you have high functioning autism, your brain doesn't produce chemicals like it's supposed to. And the consequences of that is, well, what you get when you have Asperger's syndrome. And I found that when I've smoked marijuana for my Asperger's, that it's the most natural way of helping me. It doesn't cure me of my Asperger's, you know, but it helps me manage it a bit better, if that makes any sense. And as it turns out, we might actually have the chance to vote on marijuana legalization on November 7th. So that's a couple months away. If I hear any word of that on Facebook or on Wyoming Normal's Facebook page, you know, I'll definitely be going out and voting yes for that. Yeah, you know, and if I could have done things differently, you know, I would have not mentioned where I worked. That would have been, like, the only thing, you know what I'm saying? Because that way, if I would have talked about one of my coworkers or a customer treating me like shit, at least people then wouldn't have been like, oh, well, where do you work? You know, and then they wouldn't have known. But it is what it is. One of my other managers that I was talking to today, while I was turning in my uniforms, like, why not talk to so-and-so about it? And this is one of my big managers that I'm cool with, and she watches my videos. I'm not going to name her name, obviously, but the thing of it is, like, she can't really do anything about it, you know what I'm saying? If it's coming from corporate, you know, she's like a step below corporate, you know what I'm saying? So she really doesn't have that much say in it. And unfortunately, and this is the thing of it, okay, this is the injustice of it, YouTube, is it doesn't matter if your manager talks to you like you're stupid or treats you like shit in front of your coworkers or in front of customers. It doesn't matter if you have a customer come in and be rude to you. Okay, none of that matters, because if you talk about it on a YouTube channel and people know where you work, that is likely to get you fired. And I think it's bullshit, because it's like, first of all, the way I see it, if you're a manager, you're part of the team. Okay, I personally wouldn't hold you above everybody else. Okay, when you're a part of the team, okay, you're a part of the team, period. You know what I'm saying? And not only did I show extreme dedication to my job, showing up to work on time, making sure my uniform was clean, my nails were trimmed, I was clean shaven, making sure my hands are clean, and all that. Okay. I also did my best. Okay, I also did my absolute best to motivate my coworkers. Like, if I noticed that my coworkers were doing an excellent job, I'd be like, yeah, go Team Beef, you know what I'm saying? Positive work reinforcement, that is what it is called. I am one of those people that I like to support positive work reinforcement. And, you know, I joke around with my coworkers too, you know what I'm saying? Like, we tell jokes to each other, we make each other laugh, you know what I'm saying? And overall, I think that made for a more positive work day, because people weren't like, you know what I'm saying? And I acknowledge the fact that when you work in fast food and you have 80 customers to serve and 40 of them are in the lobby waiting to be served, and then 40 of them are in a line and drive-through, I will acknowledge that, okay, that can get chaotic at times, and there could be a lot of pressure to, you know what I'm saying, make every customer happy. And that's just the thing of it, YouTube. What you saw on my YouTube is not what you'd see at my job. And just because you see certain things on my YouTube doesn't mean shit, okay? You don't see me cleaning my apartment because that's boring. Nobody wants to fucking see that. And just because you don't see me cleaning my apartment doesn't mean that I don't clean it, because I do clean my apartment. You take into the fact that I'm autistic and I'm also a bachelor, okay? You can honestly say that my apartment looks good, okay? It looks like it's being maintained, okay? For that matter. And you want to sit there and tell me that I should be ashamed of myself? Dude, you're a jealous fucking hater who has no subscriptions on his channel, practically. And you're attacking somebody who has Asperger's and who has way more subscriptions than you do. And because I have more subscriptions than you do, you're just jealous, okay? And the first thing you did, or after you saw that, was, okay, how can I fuck with this guy? Your intentions were not to make, okay, your intentions were not to help Wendy's out in the slightest, okay? Your intentions were to fuck with me. And you succeeded, you and a bunch of other people, you and a bunch of other people succeeded in doing so. But it hasn't gotten to me. It hasn't hurt me. It's only made me stronger, because the harder you knock me down, YouTube, the harder you knock me down, the harder I get back up. Okay? And quite honestly, karma is gonna bite you and everybody else in the ass so hard for this. Now, you know, I'm taking responsibility for my part in this. I realize that I should not have mentioned where I worked in the first place. Then it wouldn't have been an issue. Okay? In the first place. And second thing is, if I had an issue with my manager talking to me like I'm stupid, or talking to other people like they're stupid, you know, and that's just the thing of it. Unfortunately, you see that a lot in fast food. Unfortunately, you will see that a lot in fast food. You have certain individuals who think that they're above everybody else because they have a certain amount of power over a situation. And they'll treat people like shit because they can. And that's unfortunate. Now, here's the thing. The very same manager that I may or may not have talked about in previous videos, the one that talks to people like they're stupid sometimes, although I haven't seen her do it recently, so Yeah. One time, I literally, when I was stocking lids underneath the condiment station, I didn't know that there was a certain amount you couldn't do too much, okay? It was an honest mistake. I didn't mean to do it. And no one really trained me on anything when I started off at Wendy's. They kind of gave me like a couple basic commands and that was it. They didn't really thoroughly train me like most jobs would. And my manager comes out and she looks underneath the condiment station and has a kind of a snotty attitude with the way she's talking to me. And this was right in front of customers too. Okay. And after she got done chewing my ass, she walks back into the kitchen. And this old timer come up to me, this older gentleman comes up to me, and he goes, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm alright, how are you?" And he just shakes his head and he goes, "Man, that's not right what she did to you. What's her name?" And I gave him her name. Okay, I gave him her name. And this is what the customer told me. He goes, "I've worked in management for over 20 years, and I never talk to my workers like that. I'm reporting her to corporate." And even after I had a customer stand up for me, and even after I had one of my other managers basically get snotty with me in front of other customers, I still stood up for my manager. Okay? I basically said, look, she's just doing her job, you know, she's making sure that I don't overstock shit. And, you know, that's just the thing of it, YouTube. You know. And as much as I really hate giving this fat fuck in Kentucky any more attention than he deserves, I seen that video called "I Pissed Off a Colt," and it's like, well, dude, if you don't like getting harassed, then why would you harass somebody else? If I'm getting compliments from customers for helping them out, if I'm showing so much dedication to my job that I don't give a fuck what the weather's like, I'm still getting to work on time either way you shape it, that definitely does not sound like somebody who deserves to get fired. Okay? That person says that I should be ashamed of myself. No, I am not ashamed of myself. Never have been and never will be. If anything, that person should be ashamed of themselves, YouTube, because of his actions getting me fired. Okay? And you can justify it all you want to by saying, "Oh, it wasn't my job, it wasn't my intentions to get you fired, blah, blah." Or what the fuck do you think was going to happen when you did those things? And now you got a whole bunch of people pissed off at you. Me, I'm like, fuck you, dude. You ain't gonna get to me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna fucking get to me. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, YouTube, you know, like I said, this dude is just jealous that I have more subscribers than he does. You know? And it's kind of sad, actually. It really is. It really is. Well, YouTube, that's all I have to say for this particular video. Until then, this is KingCobraJFS with another video. And I thank you all for watching. And all I gotta say is to that one dude who made that video, "I pissed off a Colt." Blech. If you don't like getting harassed by people, you brought this upon yourself. This has nothing to do with me at all. You're sitting there saying this is all on me when you got me fired from my job. And you gotta think for one split second, okay, if I exhibited any of the things that were, okay, if I exhibited any of the things that a couple people. Okay, if I exhibited the behaviors in my videos that some people deemed quote unquote gross, if I exhibited any of those behaviors at my job, do you think I would have lasted for 4 years? And the answer is no, I would not have. But here's the thing, YouTube. I'm taking this as an opportunity to, you know, find a better job and make something of myself, you know? Straight up. Straight the fuck up, YouTube. I'll load up some of this pipe tobacco. And I'll leave you with it. And it wasn't like I was bad-mouthing coworkers or customers, because it was a customer. And, you know, I don't care what job you have. Nobody deserves to be talked down to, okay? Like, I don't really care if you're a manager or not. There's just no excuse for being rude. No excuse at all. Anyways, thank you for watching. I will most definitely catch you all later.